The ECOWAS Commission has expressed its dismay over the recent attack that occurred in Bokos and Bakin Ladi local government areas of Plateau State, north-central Nigeria, that resulted in loss of lives and destruction of properties. A statement by the ECOWAS Commission strongly condemns this act, especially as it happens on Christmas Eve, demonstrating the callousness and total disregard for human life by the perpetrators. The Commission extends its condolences to the bereaved family, wishes a speedy recovery to the injured, and sympathizes with the government and people of Nigeria. New Year is just 2 days away as residents of Lagos are expected to make last-minute shopping. Our correspondents who visited Tejosho Market report that consumers complain of high cost of food items as a result of economic downturn. The report. Tejosho Market reviewed high cost of commodities. Some people say this is as a result of naira devaluation, high cost of petroleum products, among others. The unfavorable economic condition has made New Year's shoppings a Herculean task for most people.
Very, very expensive. I couldn't even buy what I came to buy in the market. I just bought a few things.
Yeah, people are just managing. Not to say things are better. They are just managing. Things are not working well.
Twice the actual prices of before. Like they were not even what I was expecting. Like the prices I gave my customers before, like it has even exceeded the prices I gave them.
To this effect, residents have appealed for government intervention.
I beg, they should try and consider us. It's like most of the decisions they are making, they are not considering their citizens at all. And it's not fair. Probably because maybe their children are not struggling or doing this or that. That's why they are doing all this. But they should please try to regulate the price in a way that is going to favor both the retailer, the seller.
Mostly we students, we are trying. Our parents are trying. They need to. We are begging them. We are begging them in the name of God. It's not easy for us.
However, despite of this situation, residents say they will always celebrate the New Year. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA News. News of the day, our sport correspondent is standing by for an update.
Three-time champions Nigeria's 25-man list for the African Cup of Nations is out. Head coach Ose Peseiro settled for the usual suspects comprising 3 goalkeepers, 9 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 8 forwards. Captain Ahmed Musa returns to the team. South Africa-based goalkeeper Stanley Nwabili is picked alongside Francis Uzoho and Olorunleke Ojo. Wilfred Ndidi is equally back in the team, while African Player of the Year Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, Samuel Chukwueze, among others, will lead the attack. The Eagles camp opens on the 2nd of January in Abu Dhabi, capital of United Arab Emirates. In grassroots tennis development, the Minister of Sports Development, John Enoh, says his ministry will develop sports for business, leisure, fitness, as well as reintroduce National School Sports Festival in the country. The minister stated this during the maiden edition of John Owa Enoh Cross River Tennis Open Tournament won by Charles Olom in Calabar.
There's an 8-year-old boy that is a talent and that needs to be encouraged, and the old man who is 87 years old.
The government of Cross River State, we are going to leverage on that.
In boxing, the basics of boxing as explained during our 3-day lectures delivered by renowned Belgian referee judge Daniel van de Willy played out during our boxing show, sanctioned by the Nigeria Boxing Board of Control, tagged Battle of the Ages Season 5, 6th edition of the Deluxe Boxing Promotion.
A lot of fights are not evenly matched, so there has a lot of work to do by the promoters and by the commission.
We need sponsor to continue that kind of thing. It's not easy. It cannot be easy. So we need sponsor to come in.
Some results of outstanding bouts of the night include majority draw between Olanrewaju Segun and Idowu Rashid, the technical knockout victory of Cynthia Ogunsemilore at the expense of Okpeyemi Akindele, among others. With sports update, Olumide Guntola, NTA News.
To the Saturday news in proper, but before that, we'll begin on a short break now. Please stay with us.
Take off into a world of casino games and find your new favorites. Play a few rounds of roulette and see if Lady Luck's on your side. Land those winning combinations in slots and take a hefty bite out of their jackpots. Discover much more games on the 1xBet, where fortune awaits.
It's time for golden season. Golden time to win. The rules are simple. Let's bet on any sports event. Get promotional ticket. Take part in prize draw. It's golden season. Golden time to win. Use the promo code to get your welcome bonus.
It's Voltonic time. It's no reason to the last drop. Share with friends. It's good for me and you.
Maltonic is enriched with vitamins and minerals for that rush of vitality you need to reach greatness.
It's Maltonic time.
Back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching NT Lagos Channel 10 Saturday News Review at 7. Now to the stories that made headline during the week, and we'll begin with the President Bola Tinubu as commended for aligning with the Sustainable Development Goals for Global Peace and Development. FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola gave the United Nations Peace Volunteers celebration in Abuja. Our correspondents report that the United Nations Global Peace Diplomat Award was conferred on the Permanent Secretary. The report.
FCTA Permanent Secretary Olushade Adeshola says aligning with the Sustainable Development Goals for global peace and development is a good omen for the country and a well-thought-out initiative of the federal government. The Global Peace Ambassador Award was conferred on the FCTA Permanent Secretary for his efforts at promoting peaceful and inclusive society.
Joy and accomplishment. You know, in the hierarchy of needs of humans, once you satisfy your need for food, shelter, and clothing, you look for recognition. When your effort is appreciated, it makes you feel happy. To be invited by this United Nations International Organization for Volunteers to appreciate the little effort we made to government, to governance, is indeed a worthy cause.
Now that the FCTA Permanent Secretary has been inducted into the Hall of Fame of Volunteers, organizers say the honors now lies on the Permanent Secretary to be more engaged in volunteering works geared towards promoting a better society. Onoze Akubu, NTA News.
Also, the federal government says it is mobilizing resources for massive investment in rice production this dry season. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security says it is set to release 10 integrated rice mills to investors towards meeting the country's demand of the produce. Musa Baba Aliu reports.
The federal government has awarded contracts for the establishment of 10 integrated rice mills in 10 states and the Federal Capital Territory. This one, located in Suleja, Niger State, with the capacity of milling 200 tons per day, has been completed and currently being test run. And the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security is here for inspection. He was told that the idea of the establishment of the mills was conceived with a view to encouraging investors to invest in the government's self-sufficiency project.
The sustainability of this project is production. Yeah. Once you produce paddy, this project will be alive. So I think that is one key that we need to make double our efforts, and we need to produce more.
And here are Chinese investors taking ministers around their farm facility located in Buari Area Council. The farm, under the auspices of China Aid Nigeria Agricultural Technology, serves as a demonstration, research and exhibition center. The minister picked interest in the new rice seed variety produced by the Chinese, capable of producing 8 tons per hectare.
We're also made to understand that Gawa R1 variety is sought after by our farmers. So we want to impress on them more to give us more of the seed, because right now for both types they have like 500 metric tons. We want much more than that.
The farm is also expected to assist in extension services and other innovation in farming. From Buhari Area Council, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, curbing incessant spread of cybercrime in Nigeria is a joint effort which all hands on deck unwaveringly. Expert on Good Morning Nigeria, while discussing the topic cybersecurity, threats to personal data, noted that systems must be put in place to protect customers' data. Oyeyemi Ajayi reports.
Cyberspace have continued to be a major threat to global economy, and Nigeria is not in any way different. Guests on Good Morning Nigeria, while discussing cybersecurity, threats to personal data, believe there must be an increased education and awareness for Nigerians, aside the need to build institutional capacity for workers for proper knowledge.
So if we don't implement the right security at the early stages, it makes us very susceptible to compromise. So therefore, our security landscape is trying. I would just say it is trying. We still have a little bit of way to go, but I believe we will get there.
Noting that cyber attack is a continental issue, the guests cautioned against buying scrapped softwares aside protection of personal mails, which is a major gate for cyber attack.
See mails in your spam section. Please don't click. Even if you click, delete. The system you are using, anytime you log into your email, please sign out and log out and sign out. Not
awareness, how do you educate? More importantly, to understand the mindset of hackers. The prevalent tool they use is what we call social engineering. And social engineering is a psychological thing. And so they want you to act before you think.
Yeah.
So that is the basic foundation of almost all the tricks they use for cybercrime.
The importance of public-private partnership was extolled as a strong way to combat cybercrime in Nigeria. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Guys, for the breaking transmission. Moving on, Nigeria can no longer celebrate incremental progress in its revenue generation, as there needs to accompany it with a transformational shift in the quality of spending of its generated revenue. The chairman, the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele, stated this when it paid a courtesy visit on Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the State House in Marina. Ese Owamaka reports.
The Lagos State Governor by members of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms led by its chairman Taiwo Oyedele is part of the extended consultations with subnational stakeholders aimed at developing a viable tax administration framework for the country.
The reality today is that, if everybody that's been elected into power, everybody that's been appointed, and even the civil servant decide not to collect a dime, Nigeria will still be a poor country because our spending as a ratio of GDP is one of the lowest in the world. So We then need to focus on how do we address the issue without taking anything away from the quality of spending and transparency and the rest of it.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu disclosed that the state had the capacity to expand its tax base and enhance efficiency in collection mechanism, but the state's efforts had been hindered by bottlenecks imposed by the fiscal and tax administration framework.
Part of the activity of the committee, especially, on the monetary side, is to see how we also can plug some of the holes that are in the system, and let's speak truth to agencies that are affected, and be able to bring out the issues and do things differently. I dare say that of what use is some other sectors declaring huge profitability when the larger customer base that they are meant to be serving are not any better. So we all need to be able to work together collaboratively. We all need to be able to be very deliberate and very true to ourselves and know, what we need to do.
Lagos State is the first stop in the nationwide consultation by members of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms. In Lagos, Ese Onwamaka, NT News.
And to conclude with this week's news review, smoking has been a pervasive issue for decades, and its consequences extend far beyond individual health concerns. Every year on the 31st of May, the world unites to observe World No Tobacco Day, a significant occasion dedicated to raising awareness about the detrimental impact on tobacco use on our health. Princess Akinlade spoke with health experts on the dangers of tobacco smoking. Please, let's join her.
Be a significant public health concern worldwide. According to the World Health Organization, tobacco kills more than 8 million people each year, with over 7 million of those deaths being the result of direct tobacco use. To address this alarming trend, World No Tobacco Day serves as a platform to highlight the devastating effects of smoking and advocate for stronger tobacco control measures.
People who may not be smokers, but you are smoking and they are walking by and it's there in the air, they also ingest as much poisons as the person smoking directly. But we have about 4,000 chemicals, deadly chemicals, cancer-causing chemicals in tobacco. They include arsenic, they include formaldehyde that's used for preserving dead bodies, carbon monoxide, methane. These are all things that kill when they're in the system.
Usually, also, cigarette and like alcohol are gateway drugs. They're socially acceptable, so they start with that. Young people can start with that without too much consequences and without too much people making noise about it. And then they graduate, because after a while, they move to something higher. And that's how they get involved with substances of abuse. When that now happens, usually they don't smoke again. It's only when they say they want to step down, they smoke, but mostly when they graduate from cigarette smoking, they go to something higher and stronger. And so that is at the stage in which we now get virtually, let me say, out of 10 young people or 10 people who come with abuse, substance abuse disorder, 9 would have smoked before. They would have started with cigarette.
Smoking campaigns, tobacco cessation programs, and policy advocacy are some of the key strategies being employed to create a smoke-free world. Some respondents we spoke to share their personal stories of their struggles with tobacco addiction.
So, when I see my friend getting mad, so I realized that this smoking is not good.
Yes, I smoke. Yeah, why I smoke is that once I smoke, I will forget some pains. I forget some things that will make me to think.
These experts are quick to remind everyone of the importance of standing together to combat smoking through personal stories, awareness campaign, and stronger regulations.
We now help them with rehabilitation. Like we have 2 centers. One where we see undergraduates rusticated from their universities, graduates, professionals, and workers We see them for about 3 months rehabilitation. The center is in Abeokuta. And then there's another one we have in Ekpe, which is for 1 year for people chronically on drug, who've been on drug for 10, 15 years, who would probably live on the street as well. So they come, we rehabilitate them. Most of them do well thereafter.
As the fight against smoking continues, advocates and health professionals are urging the government at all levels to take bold action to protect public health by reducing the devastating.
That wraps up the Saturday News Review on NT Lagos Channel 10. I am Uluwabukola Akonde. Once again, thanks for joining us. Have a very good evening.
Ingbidi 2024 Lagos Experience is here again in Lagos. What God has determined shall be done. Date is Thursday 4th, Friday 5th, Saturday 6th, and Sunday 7th January 2024. Venue, Chosen Revival Ground, Chosen Estate, along Oshodi Apapa Expressway by Ijesha Bus Stop, Lagos, Nigeria. Time, 8 a.m. daily. Ministering, the anointed servant of God, Pastor Lazarus Morka, founder and general overseer of the Lord's Chosen Charismatic Revival Movement worldwide.
Free yoke of poverty, which has been a curse upon your life. In the name of Jesus, I break that yoke. I command prosperity from now on in Jesus' name.
Come and receive your blessings. Jesus is Lord.
Take off into a world of casino games and find your new favorites. Play a few rounds of roulette and see if Lady Luck's on your side. Land those winning combinations in slots and take a hefty bite out of that jackpot. Discover much more games on the 1xBet, where fortune awaits.
Welcome to the Sunday Show. Sunday Show. Welcome to the Sunday Show. Sunday Show. Welcome to the Sunday Show. Sunday Show. For your entertainment and lifestyle. Sunday Show. Business, event, trendy issues. Sunday Show. Product and services. Sunday Show. Education, fitness, meet your doctor. Sunday Show. Welcome to the Sunday Show. Sunday Show. Welcome to the Sunday Show on NTA Channel 10.
The Sunday Show on NTA Lagos Channel 10. It's hot, it's interactive, and educative. Every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Don't miss it.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen, with good laws,
Proper funding, training,
And cooperation.
if it happen,
if it happens.
If it happens.
You want the best in music for entertainment. NCA 10. NCA 10. Channel in sports and documentaries. NCA 10. NCA 10. Even with movies, cartoon and live talk show. Bad toys and go for nothing less. Station for excellence. NCA 10 station for excellence.
NTA 10 Station for Excellence.